Hello everyone, welcome to AFC Game by Game. This is the review of Arsenal's last gasp winner over Burnley at Turf Moor. It's the worst but the best goal we're going to score for a good long while this season. That was one of the biggest wins that we're going to get, even though it was just away from home against Burnley. A team that, let's not forget, recently beat Watford 2-0 at home, recently beat Liverpool 2-0 at home. They've been keeping clean sheets at the back. Sean Dyche has got a very good unit of players set up at home to defend against the top tier sides. And we've come away with a win. I mean, rather controversial at the end, most definitely. Laurent Koscielny fumbling the ball into the net off his arm rather than his hand. But I couldn't care less. It's the worst but also the best goal we're going to score this season, certainly. So, yeah, really pleased with the win, really pleased with the 3 points. Let's not pretend that we were good today because, quite frankly, we were poor throughout the course of this match. We dominated possession, but we didn't create much in the final third. Walcott, Sanchez, all having wayward shots. The decision making was rash. We looked very confused on the ball at times, seemed to lack ideas, creativity. It doesn't help when Burnley were parking, camping in their own box. I won't use the term parking the bus just yet, but I think it's a rather derogatory term to use for a team like Burnley, who I think are well within their rights to set up like that at home to Arsenal. A point for them in this game, which I think they were value for throughout the course of this match, would have been a tremendous point for them. And given the results they are picking up at home, I tip them to definitely go down this season, but they are playing some good football. They're very well set up. They've got a very good manager in Sean Dyche. I think it could be a very good season for Burnley, given the way that they've played this opening 7-8 games. So exciting for them, but more exciting for us to come away from a game which we certainly didn't deserve 3 points in, but to come away with a win to our name. Just regarding that goal. A lot of positives I think we can take from it first and foremost. Walcott getting involved in the air once again, flicking it on. And then just the fact that we're grinding out wins in games that we really have struggled in. It was similar when we played Burnley a couple of seasons ago, back in the 2014-15 season. It was a very sluggish, very, very difficult game for us, and we came away with a 1-0 win courtesy of an Aaron Ramsey goal. But today, it was a very controversial goal. Was it handball? Most definitely. It hit Koscielny on the arm, but the referee's given the decision. You have to respect that. Koscielny hasn't intentionally used his arm, which is, I think, why the ball was put over the line. I think that's why the referee's given the goal. But as I say, the best but worst goal was scored this season. I can't emphasise that enough. It was a superb way to round off the game. The scenes, the excitement at the end of the match. To go into this international break following this performance, I think it comes at a perfect time for us because we were looking sluggish, which I think is to be expected given that we just come into this game on the back of that emphatic 2-0 win against Basel, the energetic performance against Chelsea, and we went into this game with essentially an unchanged lineup from those two games. So it was going to be a match where we did. We should have expected some sluggishness throughout the course of the match. But yeah, would we have seen a little bit more freshness if Giroud and Perez were available for this game, even Danny Welbeck? I think we may have done. I don't think Wenger ideally wanted to start with Alexis Sanchez up top, but given the news that Lucas Perez was going to be absent for this game, as well as Olivier Giroud, and of course we knew Danny Welbeck was out, he was kind of forced to play that front three once again. Iwobi didn't look his normal self. Walcott, I think, was off the pace at times. Mesut was definitely off the boil in this game. So it was frustrating going forward, and we did evidently struggle in that final third. But I do think if we did have an option like Olivier Giroud, this game may have been a little bit different. We may have turned it on its head. But that's not to say that Giroud hasn't been involved in many dross performances himself. So it's hard to tell which way the game would have gone. But it's the fact that in a game that we shouldn't have won, we've come away with 3 points, and that's what matters in this game. And as I say, the international break comes at just the right time. We should come back with a very healthy squad. Hopefully, Perez will return, Giroud and Aaron Ramsey will return to the squad. I thought our bench was good today. It wasn't overly attacking, but it was very strong in terms of defence. We had players like Holding, Gabriel on there. We've got options here, there, and everywhere. Mustafi and Koscielny were superb at the back. The midfield was very resolute. And as I say, Burnley are a good team this season. They are going to take points away from teams at Turf Moor. But next up, we've got Swansea at home, a team that have got quite a hold over us at the Emirates Stadium. Some horrible games that we put in against Swansea at home, but they have been poor this season under Guidolin, so I think that we can definitely get 3 points there. I mean, we have to. I'm expecting to see a refreshed team at home to the Emirates. Maybe a couple of changes, although I don't want to see this starting 11 disembodied too much because it is, in my opinion, our strongest starting 11 at this moment in time. One player I do think we missed today was the energy of Aaron Ramsey in midfield, someone to break through those Burnley lines. He's the one player that would drive at that Burnley defence in that box-to-box midfield, or maybe that's a bit of a bold statement given the current opinion on Aaron Ramsey at Arsenal, but he's a player that I think we have missed at times this season. I'm certainly welcoming his return when he comes back to the Arsenal team after the international break, but a very good 3 points today. I can't emphasise that enough. Against a good Burnley side, credit to Sean Dyche, credit to Burnley throughout the course of this match. They, as I say, they were certainly value for a point in this game. They didn't offer a lot going forward, but saying that, they could have also nicked this game. We certainly nicked it, but they could have done. Vokes had a few good chances. They hit the bar through Keane, so could have been a completely different outcome. But thankfully, we've had a little bit of luck in our favour, and that's what wins you titles at the end of the day. But let's not get in over our heads just yet. We're on a fantastic run of form. Let's keep that going on after the international break with a few players that should be returning from injury. But on the day, fantastic result for the Arsenal. Please get your thoughts on the game in the comments box below. Please do drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. And as always, I'll be speaking to you very, very soon. Well, actually not that soon, just after the international break.